lately.
Hello there, Vanagon addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Van again. You can see our engine project is winding down, and where I'm at right now is I have to install the exhaust pipes. I already installed the one on the front side of the motor, which actually is to the rear of the van. Now I have to install the one on this back side, and so in order to do that, I got to pick it up off of the engine stand and take it loose from the engine stand, because there's a metal plate that goes underneath of the back there in the center on the 2.1 that you need to be able to access to install it properly. So one of the big things I hear people say sometimes is these exhaust pipes, they just don't line up right. I don't like them. They don't go on good. They don't whatever. And I struggled with that the first few times I did it. But I will tell you my secret. I use studs on all of the exhaust port mounting holes instead of bolts. And you just put studs in the holes, you put the gaskets on, and then it'll help you line up the pipe. And you just get them lined up. It like slides together after a little bit of, messing around here a little bit. And then you can start putting the thing together. So the other thing I like to use is copper clad nuts for the nuts on the system, because they are self-locking and they also resist corrosion. So I usually also use them. This is all my normal tips. Okay, I don't usually ever have to use any type of sealant or any extra gaskets or any of these other things that people again complain about sometimes, because of just using the studs to line things up. So I put everything together loose. Okay, so like the other pipe that's already on there, that's not tightened down. This pipe on the back, you can see I just finger tight put the nuts on. When I put the other part on, the cast iron piece on the side, in a few minutes, that's going to also not be tightened down until everything is put together. I usually wait until everything's all put together, then tighten it up. But on this case, since I'm shipping this motor down to Belize, I'm going to be getting it to this point with this with this cast iron Y piece on, and then tightening it down. And really, that's all the parts. These three parts are the parts that are like hard bolted together. After this cast iron piece, you have a pipe that has two flex joints on it. It's not as rigid as this stuff. So, rigid stuff like these pipes, if you're doing this on a 1.9, I would wait until I had everything put together to tighten anything down, because again, that system is fully rigid. There's no flex things in it whatsoever. So anyway, you can see kind of what I'm doing, just methodically putting this stuff together with the gaskets. And again, the big secret is studs on the heads. We sell them. We sell the copper clad nuts. We sell all the gaskets. We sell the exhaust system. So again, people ask me about exhaust systems. Ken, I really want a stainless steel exhaust system. That's fine if you want that. Now, it is 2 to 3 times the price of this system here. This is what you call the JOPEC system, the JP Group system. These were the original manufacturer for Volkswagen. Okay, so these pipes are the same quality level as the originals. They fit just as good. Everything about them is good. Okay, and they are made out of regular steel. I don't know if it's aluminized, but it'll rust. After the first run or two, this paint will all burn off. They'll get a thin coating of rust on them, which actually is their way of being protected. And they'll last for probably 10 years. Depends on what environment it's in, but in California, it would probably last for 20 years. Okay, on the East Coast, it's going to last 10 years to 15 years. So let me ask you a question. How long do you think a stainless steel exhaust system is going to last? Okay, it's going to last maybe longer. One of the things you have to understand is that the flanges that go on the heads is usually where these things fail, okay, and on all the stainless systems that I know of, those flanges are made out of mild steel, okay. So in other words, you have this really nice stainless system, but in order to make the flanges, for whatever reason, they can't make them out of stainless, they have to make them out of steel anyway. And so that is the failure point of these pipes. And I'm sure it's going to be the failure point of the stainless pipes. I mean, the stainless pipe systems that are out there, most of them have the benefit of being probably installed in California. Most of them have the benefit of being not around for 10 years or more. So people are going to be like, yeah, they're really holding up really well. But these systems, like on this car, have been around for the entire length of the car's life. I've taken some off that were original, that were from California, that looked like brand new. Barely had any rust whatsoever. So it has a lot to do with your environment, how much it rusts. And how much the stainless steel. Like I said, what is your bang for your buck? Again, a lot of people are buying these vans to fix up. They're going to use them for a few years, and they're going to sell them. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I have some customers that had their vans for, 20 years, 30 years. But there's some people, they're buying them, they're using them for a while, they're fixing them up, selling them. As far as your end price that you're going to get for your car, a stainless steel system versus a regular system isn't going to make any difference that way. Okay? And the time you're going to use the car, it's not going to make any difference that way either, because this system, that system are going to both be perfectly fine for 5 to 10, 15 years. So, again, if you want to do stainless steel, it's fine. If you want to spend $1,500, $2,000 on a fully stainless steel exhaust system, that's up to you. Most of the systems, again, all right, so people say, well, I want to do it for the looks. I like the look of stainless steel. Okay. So the Go Westy system, I've installed that. Okay. That is not shiny. Okay. That looks like stainless steel, dull, okay, metal. Doesn't look like anything fancy or special whatsoever. Okay. Now there is a new system that's just came out of Taiwan the last couple of years. That is polished stainless. That actually does look like eye candy or something like that. Maybe if you were into it for the eye candy of it, okay, that one might be worth it. But again, stainless steel will discolor over time because of it actually does rust to a small degree, and also heat and things like discolors it. So don't expect it to be like, oh, look at this super shiny silver thing, and it's going to look like that for the entire length of its life. No, okay, it's not your butter knife in your drawer at your house. Okay, it is going through extreme conditions here, heat and weather and acid rain and all this other stuff. And so, again, you have to have your expectations. So if you are saying, I don't care how much it costs, I'm going to buy a stainless steel system, and I don't even care about the lifespan and all that other stuff. I just want that. I just want to say I put on a stainless steel system. If you actually do care about money, I would buy this other system, which we have a full system. I think it's like $700 and something. It is at least half the price, okay? And it is a really good system. It will last a long time. It'll most likely outlast the cylinder head gaskets or whatever else. You're going to have to take it back off to mess with them at some point. So, again, people say, I don't want to put this on because I don't want to ever have to mess with it again. Listen, this is a waterboxer engine. This is an internal combustion engine. You're going to have to mess with stuff again, no matter what. Okay, say you put a Subaru in. Say, I want to do that so I never have to do anything again. Good luck with that. Okay, you're going to have to do stuff again because stuff wears out, stuff breaks, stuff gets hit by debris from the road, all kinds of stuff. It's a thing. Okay, if you want something that you supposedly will never have to mess with, get an electric car, I guess, but if you look at the reliability ratings of them right now, I would avoid the ones that are out right now like the plague, but that's just me. All right, so anyway, I don't want to get too far off. So you see me now, I'm tightening down. I start at the heads and start tightening down my flanges. So I'll start at the heads, get them all tight, and then I will go out from there and tighten on my way out. That way everything's lined up. Everything's good to go. Okay? And then on these pipes, there's some mounting points that have nuts and screws on them. Make sure you tighten them down because they are not tight. Okay, so like over here by where I'm at right now by the thermostat housing, there's like this rod that comes down. You want to tighten that because it's just on there finger tight. And I have made the mistake of not tightening it, and like people come back and it's fell off. Okay, there's a nut on the bottom of the flex pipe that's for like a CO test. Definitely tighten that because it is not tight. It's just sitting on there and it'll come off going down the road. So you want to just make sure everything is tight when you put this thing together, and it'll last you for a really long time. Now, one other thing I want to talk about, which is moisture. Okay, moisture. So inside of these pipes, when they sit, they will make condensation. Okay, that condensation will get burned off when you drive the car for like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it will burn off and everything will be fine. But when you very first start up the car in the morning, you're going to see some smoke come out of the tailpipe. That's water vapor. You might see where this cast iron unit joins over there. Water might drip out of that. That is moisture. I had a customer that was freaking out, and he called me up cursing and swearing and everything else, that his engine was ruined, and I needed to fix it right away. It was a brand new waterboxer rebuilt from Boston Bob, and I had put a brand new exhaust system on it. We had did all this stuff like we're doing on this motor, all new everything, new long pipes, new everything. And I said, well, what's going on? He's like, water is dripping out of the motor. I'm so mad. I'm so upset. And thankfully, he only lived about 45 minutes away. I said, well, come back down here. I want to take a look at it. So he brings it down, and what it was condensation dripping out of the exhaust system. Okay, so, condensation coming out of the exhaust system is normal. It will be water. So if you look at it, you're going to see maybe it's rusty water, but it's water. So you look at it, you smell it. Doesn't smell like anything. Maybe it's clear. Maybe it's got a little brownness to it. That is called water. Okay. And this guy, he was like the boy that cried wolf customer. He would call me freaking out, swearing and cursing. Don't ask me why. I mean, if he just called me real nice, I would have did the exact same thing for him. But I guess his customers sweared and cursed at him, so he figured that's the way you do things. I don't know. And every time he came, it was always a super emergency, something really bad wrong, and then there wasn't anything wrong. It was just he didn't really understand how motors work. Okay, so anyway, so my point with condensation, besides that rant, is that you want to drive these cars 5 to 10 minutes every week, at least. If you don't do it, and you don't have it in a garage where it's all climate controlled and everything, the exhaust system is going to rust super fast. Okay, so the muffler is going to be the one that goes first. But a muffler without a car being ran and just sitting there outside is going to rust out in like 2 to 4 years. Okay, that exact same muffler, if you drove that car 5 to 10 minutes a week, would last you for 10 years or 15 years. Okay, because that condensation gets in there, that water gets in there, it starts making rust, and it just sits in there and can't get out because the car's not getting heated up. Okay, so if you're going to store these things, you want to understand that stuff is going to go bad just sitting. Okay, so I call it use it or lose it. You either use it and enjoy it, and then you have to repair it because you've used it up, or you let it sit and you have to repair it because it sat and got all messed up from sitting. Okay, so that's your two choices. Again, people buy low mileage Vanagons and they think they're getting a deal. What they're actually getting is all the maintenance and all the stuff that no one did for the past 20 years because they said it was sitting and it wasn't being used and blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. What you got is a big project, okay? Because sitting is really one of the worst things you can do with these cars. So if you have to have it stored, you want to have it in climate controlled storage. If you don't have to have it stored, but you want to like not use it that much, just every week drive to the store or something and back once a week, and you're good. Okay, at least I wouldn't, want you to sit there and let it idle for 10 minutes, but even that, I guess, would be better than nothing. So that's all my stories about exhaust systems. We're wrapping up this project, guys. This is pretty much the last video of me working on the motor, I believe. The motor is actually on its way to Belize right now. I just have, still behind on getting the videos out. So please like, share, subscribe, guys. Please put me in the comments anything else you want to see. I'm going to be traveling to Belize at the end of March, near the end of March, and I'm going to be taking you guys along. You get to see, Dave, the owner of the van. You get to see the van. You're going to get to see us put the motor in the van, take the old one out. And then, Dave is a super nice guy. We'll probably go fishing and do some other cool stuff. So you get to see that too. So, definitely like, share, subscribe. If you want to become a member, please do that. And we definitely appreciate Chris Ahola and Fiveable as our 2 members that we have at the moment. It makes a big difference, guys. Believe me, I can make way more videos if I have support on a regular basis. The YouTube ad revenue is terrible, just to be honest with you. And I have to make like 15 videos for the amount to go up like $2 a month. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? But if I get members, it goes up really fast. And, if you stay a member, it just helps support us so much. Also, buying exhaust systems from us, buying a clutch, buying, engine parts and heads. If you haven't already bought all that stuff, please buy it from us. That is a really big help to us as well. So I guess that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put some music on. And there's a little bit more work to be done. You can sit here and watch that. Have a great one. We'll see you guys on the next video.